is Sherry Peterson, and I'm a registered nurse here at UVM. I work in inpatient psychiatry, and I'm here today to support our march and our rally for our new contract. We want better staffing so we can take better care of our patients. We're the backbone, the nurses are the backbone of the hospital, and so we are in negotiations right now with management, and we are looking for a fair contract, bargaining in good faith, and we're here today with all of the support of the community. So it's a great day, beautiful sunny day, and we want everyone to join us if they can.
My name's Kim Kohlmeyer. I'm a nurse in the inpatient psychiatry unit, and I'm here fighting for a fair contract. And I've got my kids here and my mom. They're here to support us today.
Thank you.
So I'm Brandon Brown. I'm here to support my coworkers and myself and organizing and exercising our right to do so to improve the condition and working conditions for ourselves and our patients.
I'm Christian Tejuzikmana, and I'm a nurse here at the University of Vermont Medical Center, and I'm here to support better working conditions and safer conditions for our patients.
I'm Flo Newton. I'm here because I was a nurse for 40-something years at this hospital, and I'm here to support the nurses and our patients.
I'm Sharon Colvin. I was a graduate of Mary Fletcher School of Nursing in '71, and I support these nurses.
I'm Deb Bouvier. I also was in the class of '71. I have been an employee in the operating room for 47 years, and I support all of us. This is such a great cause. It's for our patients. Patient safety is what it's all about.
Nurses united will never be defeated. Nurses united will never be defeated. We have to start walking, guys. You gotta get movement. Time to start walking. Sorry. Nurses united will never be defeated. Nurses united will never be defeated. 10 minutes.
Hi, I'm Kathy Vollick, and I live in Burlington, and I'm retired, and I'm here to support the nurses for a fair contract.
Thank you.
Get a beer. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I came over.
What do we want it now? What do we want? Say something. What do we want it now?
Did you get one? Here. I want
Support the nurses. I have several friends that are nurses, and it's about time that they got some respect for fair pay, fair staffing, and patients above profit. Thank you.
So can we chant
Hey, Boston, what do you say, nurses?
United will never be defeated.
The nurses, united.
Will never be defeated.
The nurses, united.
Will never be defeated. What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Fair contract. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Fair contract. Now.
Human need.
Thank you so much.
Money for healthcare, not for buildings. Money for healthcare, not for buildings. Money for healthcare.
Money for healthcare.
I guess Mother Nature loves her unions, huh? Thank you so much for coming, everyone. And we did choose this spot for a reason, because we wanted everyone to have a great view of what will soon be the executive offices for UVMMC. Does anyone know how much more a year those are going to cost? Come on, you guys know how much more a year? It's $1 million more a year for them to come to these offices and stay where they are right now. $1 million more a year. And then we haven't even added in the $4.5 million it's going to cost them to outfit it. You know, when our union decided to move our offices, we moved because it was going to be a savings to the members. And when we decided to decorate our offices, we paid for our own paint and furniture. I don't think Brumstead's going to be doing that. Yeah, he can afford to. So, how many people got calls from the staffing office today? I got 3 already. Anyone else tired of getting calls on their day off, making them feel guilty about coming into work? Yeah, it's getting old. We need to staff our hospital correctly. Yeah. That's right. Save staffing saves lives. 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 Excellent. Thank you again. Let me ask you one more question. How many people think that the people we work with side by side every day deserve to make a minimum of $15 an hour? They are the people that help us do our jobs every day. I don't care if it's maintenance, I don't care if it's housekeeping, I don't care if it's nutrition, or the LNAs that are holding those patients' hands. They deserve to make a minimum of $15 an hour. How many think of you working Vermonters should be able to afford to go to college? It's crazy that people in this state cannot afford to go to a school in this state. It is not right, and it needs to change. We need to be able to offer free tuition. It's insane that our hospital is sending money to an online college in Utah to pay for BSNs when we have 3 amazing schools here that teach nurses. That has got to change as well. I'm really excited today. We have a number of great speakers that have decided to join us. First, I'm going to invite my friend Tom up here. This is Tom Streeter. He's the president of United Academics over at UVM. They are still in the midst of contract negotiations and have had a struggle, and I'm going to turn it over to Tom.
Thanks so much, everybody, for turning out today to this very important event. And thanks, Deb, for asking me to speak. It's an honor. I think a lot of folks may kind of wonder why a bunch of faculty members would be kind of in a group with a bunch of nurses. Nurses, you know, they're attractive people who in scrubs who save people's lives, and your average faculty member can't remember where the Band-Aids are in the medicine cabinet. And you get a bunch of professors together, and we kind of look like something out of a Star Wars bar scene. But over the years, working side by side with nurses, I've learned a lot about our world. We live in a world where a lot of the decisions get made by people who don't do the work. People sitting in fancy offices, going to meetings, staring at spreadsheets. And I know that those folks, they feel like they think we don't get it. They think, you know, there's hard choices that need to be made, and this is the way the world is. It's not going to change. Nothing can be done. I think not. I think we do get it. I think when nurses say it's about quality of care, we can trust them. And I think when a bunch of faculty members say we know how to better teach people, we know how to do better research, we know how to pursue knowledge in the world, you can trust us. The people who do the work know how to organize it. I think the people in the executive offices live in their own reality distortion field, created by the drug company executives and other wealthy folks they tend to hang out with a lot. Their sense of reality is defined by buzzwords more than knowing what it's really like to be there on the floor of a hospital, knowing what it's really like to teach 150 students a semester and grade all their papers. And I think one of the things that unions do for us is they help us figure out how this world could be done better, how both our own jobs could be done better, and how the whole world could be organized better. I think we all know that nurses know how to save people's lives. I kind of, watching nurses, they're very practical people. This is true. Academics make terrible union members because we just like to argue and sit around and we don't remember where we put the Band-Aids. But nurses are very practical people who know how to get down to business, and they save our lives on a daily basis, and they may be able to help us save our politics as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. And yes, my phone is going off. Another call from the staffing office right now. Unbelievable. Typical Saturday, that's right. Thank you so much, Tom. While you guys are up at the top of the hill there, and I was down here sunning myself waiting for you, we got a few stories that were written that I want to share. My grandpa in his final stages of his life. Am I being... That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, I am thrilled to be able to introduce, speaking us today, Senator Bernie Sanders.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for coming out today. Thank you for coming out today for two reasons. Number one, thank you for standing up for the concept of health care for all Americans. You know as well as I know that in our great country, there is only one nation in the world that doesn't guarantee health care to all people. That's the United States, and together we are going to change that. And with your support, that's why I introduced Medicare for all, single payer. Second of all, you know that there is something absurd about living in a country where 1 out of 5 Americans cannot afford the prescription drugs they need, while the major drug companies make billions of dollars each and every year. So together we are going to stand up to the greed of the pharmaceutical industry. We're going to lower drug prices so that every American who needs medicine will get that medicine at a price that he or she can afford. And you know better than I know that the backbone of the American healthcare system are the nurses. And that's why I am here today, to tell you that I stand with you for strong nursing ratio staffing, and to make sure that the nurses in this state and across this country receive the wages and the benefits that they are entitled to. You guys are the backbone of the American healthcare system. You are there when the babies are born, and you are there when the older people die. I thank you for all of the care that you provide and your dedication, and we stand with you to make sure that you get the respect and the dignity that you deserve. And the other reason that I'm here today goes above and beyond healthcare. And that is that we have got to strengthen the trade union movement in this country. And that is why just last week, with many co-sponsors in the Senate, we introduced the Workplace Democracy Act. And what that legislation says is that if 50 workers plus one want to join a union by signing a card, they're going to have that union. All of us know that there has been a concentrated attack on unions all across this country because the big money interests understand that when workers are organized, when they engage in collective bargaining, they can earn decent wages and decent benefits. So we've got a lot of work in front of us now. We've got to move forward to Medicare for all. We've got to lower the cost of prescription drugs. We've got to strengthen the trade union movement. And we have got to raise that minimum wage to $15 an hour. So I just want to tell you, I'm just here today to say that we're really proud and admiring of your dedication to the patients and to the people of the state of Vermont. Let's go forward together. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Senator Sanders. So I want to read to you a couple of things that were written down up at the hospital, some community stories. My grandpa in his final stages of life was taken care of on M5. They were attentive to all his needs and helped our family cope throughout the process. It's from Erica from Westford. Due to a medical condition, I needed to have blood drawn regularly. Oh, Lord. The UVM nurses are always present early morning or late evening to assure my experiences are quick, efficient, professional. Solidarity. Mike from the BEA. Now, I'm not sure where the rest of my speakers are. I think they're out in the audience here somewhere. So let me grab a couple more to come up here. Linda. I'm right here. Come on up, Linda. Linda is a nurse over at the Plattsburgh at the
University of Vermont Healthcare Network.
That's right. That's right. CVPH, UVM MC, Medical Center, blah, 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 blah.
You get the picture on it.
Yeah, I remember the $8 million we paid to have all those signs changed, too.
Oh, yeah. And then they put them up and take them down because they changed buildings.
I'm going to let you go ahead and speak.
Solidarity. Okay. Well, about a couple years ago, we started our little traveling journey. There was a small amount of us in an outpatient setting, just like you guys. Oh, just like you guys? Outpatient? Talk louder. Oh, my God. Talk louder. Okay, there was a journey that we had to take for a few of us that were the same boat. We were outpatient, but we worked almost the same job as what they were doing in the hospital. We got unionized, got under the contract with the nurses that are already there at the CVPH under NYSDA, and we got parity. We got parity. And I'm telling you, a group of this size should be no problem. Yes, you should do well. And we're standing with you in unity and solidarity from across the lake. You call and we will be coming. And that's what it's going to take. Everybody together. Together. Yes. And good luck in your journey, and if you need us, you know how to get us.
I have to say, I am so inspired. I'm like, I have goosebumps the whole way down. I was just like, my heart was thumping and from head to toe inspired. You're giving me hope for my children's future and the future of America. I'm serious. Okay, and I go to a lot of rallies, but not here. This is amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause. So my name is Beth Yako Casey, and I work with the Burlington Education Association. I'm a teacher, a parent, a taxpayer, and a frequenter of UVM Medical Center, a client. So thank you for your hard work. I know that our healthcare system is in crisis and that nurses and health professionals are on the front line. And I'm going to refer to the nurses today as our nurses. And I'm going to do that because I believe that every member of our community is responsible for every other member of our community. That we belong to each other, so your fight is our fight. And you're part of my family. So our nurses and our healthcare professionals, the people whom we need to care for us, often in our most vulnerable condition, are under siege. And this is simply unacceptable. As a teacher, I know what it's like to be stressed and harried and unappreciated. And when I don't have time to get done what needs to get done, when I'm stretched too thin, I am definitely not at my best. And as a teacher, I know that if a teacher's working conditions are untenable, it impacts the children directly. And that is how I know that if our nurses' working conditions are untenable, it impacts all of us directly. It's so simple, right? So I'm here to share in the responsibility of challenging and changing this system. That is what solidarity means to me. taking a stand together, not to blame, not to whine, not to pitch a fit, but to take responsibility for a common good. Safe staffing is a common good. Excellent patient care is a common good. Highly skilled, trained nurses and health professionals who are nurtured in their workplace environment and in their careers are a common good. Fair wages is a common good. Time to rest and restore our own health so we can get back in it and help others is a common good. And of course, universal affordable health care is a common good. We have got to get together on these things, people. We just have to. I'm here to say on behalf of Burlington educators and on behalf of our community that Burlington teachers and paraeducators have your back. As a Burlington teacher, I've learned a little bit about organizing and solidarity recently. 2 strike votes and a strike. And many nurses here stood by us through it all and really inspired us. For your support on social media, on picket lines, in your own homes and neighborhoods, at our rally, we thank you. Big picture. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'll tell a really quick story. I wasn't going to do this, but I love a mic. Here is when I knew deeply that we were going to survive our strike and prevail. We were picketing day 3, and a veteran teacher with bionic knees and hips was hobbling up and down the picket line. And I went up to him and I said, hey, I can take you to headquarters. There's other ways you contribute. You look like you're struggling. And he said, no, it's good. Suffering is good. This is the good kind of suffering. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool, right? Suffering's part of the deal. We have to suffer and get together and make sacrifices so we can stop suffering and get together and thrive as a community. I'm almost done. So big picture, this is what I learned from our teachers' strike. To make systemic changes, we have to do the following. We have to come together, all of us, across class or creed or age or race or gender, across union shops and social movements. We have to come together. We have to make sacrifices. All of us. We must be willing to suffer, to make sacrifices to our time, to our families, to our bank accounts, and to our bodies. We have to sacrifice. Not a popular one, but true. And we have to understand that solidarity is not a dirty word. It is a source of power. It's really the only source of power the working class has. And when the middle class wakes up, they'll figure it out too. We have to roll our shoulders back and take pride in our unions and in our hard work and in our just causes. We work for better compensation, for adequate resources, basic safety, and for simple respect. We live in a country of plenty. There's profit enough for all of us. It is not just okay to take a stand, my friends. It is our moral obligation to take a stand. I could tell hundreds of stories, all right, maybe dozens of stories of how hard our strike was, how people taunted us, how we were literally smoked off of picket lines, slandered in the press, how we got rashes and shin splints and sunstroke and are really grumpy. But what I hold on to is the beauty and strength of our solidarity, our togetherness, our righteousness, of how inspired and surprised and empowered we all were by the broad support of our families, our fellow union members, and our community. And why is this so unexpected? Why are we so surprised when strangers and neighbors offer support and understanding and strength? That's not acceptable. That needs to be our status quo. That is our power. So on behalf of the Burlington Education Association, I say to our Vermont Federations of Nurses and Health Professionals, stand strong. You are right, and you are not alone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Beth.
My name is Laura Mahoney. I am a nurse in the operating room at UVM MC. And we are here at the rally downtown, and there was a great turnout, and everyone was very happy, very excited to see Bernie come out and support us. And these are more fellow nurses.
I'm Alexis Vincelet. I work in the OR at UVM MC, and I've only been here since September, and being in negotiations, it's been pretty exciting to see what can come from it, and seeing everybody unified.
And I'm Stephanie Hammond. I'm another nurse that works in the operating room, and I've been here for about 2 years, and it's very frustrating, and I'm very happy that this is actually becoming a thing and people are starting to listen to us, and hopefully we can actually get something going and get more appreciated.